July 30th, 1863, Henry Ford was born in Michigan, USA, and little did the world know that he would set the wheels turning towards a modern, industrialized America. At the humble age of 16, Henry worked as an apprentice machinist on his family farm. Realizing he was more a tinkerer than a farmer, in 1891, he joined the Edison Illuminating Company as an engineer. A few years later, Ford's dream of building his first self-propelled vehicle became a reality in 1896 with the quadricycle. 7 years later, Ford incorporated the Ford Motor Company in 1903 and vowed to build a car for the great multitude, something large enough for the family, but small enough for any car owner to manage, and it simply had to be affordable. In 1908, Ford revealed the Model T, with a 2.9-litre inline-4 squeaking out 20 horsepower, and the first to be built with this new and improved assembly system. Ford's 4-story factory produced 19,000 car units in 1910, and by 1912, production volume was a staggering 78,440 units. By 1914, Ford utilized an endless chain-driven conveyor to move the chassis from one workstation to another, so workers could stay put and complete their tasks efficiently. All in all, that year, half the cars in America were dominated by the Model T, fondly called the Tin Lizzie. 13,000 workers at Ford's factory made 260,720 cars, taking 93 minutes to assemble each unit, thus ushering in the age of automation. While Henry Ford didn't invent the assembly line, he surely refined it, as mass production allowed the Model T to carry an $850 per unit price tag. As efficiency increased, so did its price tumble to $650 and dipped as low as $99. The assembly line had placed the combustion engine within the reach of the ordinary wage earner, changing the very fabric of American society and economy. From 1909 to 1927, the Ford Motor Company had built more than 15 million Model T cars, and it was named the world's most influential car of the 20th century. Henry Ford's achievements signaled a sweeping change with the repercussions that would affect all of America. The groundwork for roads and highways were plotted and built all across the nation, a precursor to America's current federal highway system. By improving the concept of the assembly line through innovation and sheer dedication, Henry Ford has cemented his place in history as the father of 20th century American industrialization. Some time ago, we showed you how to change your motor oil, but we never fully explained why motor oil is so important and what the differences between the different types are. Because if you don't do it right, this is what you get. This is sludge. It is motor oil that has been contaminated by all the byproducts of combustion, as well as any dust that may have somehow entered the engine. And it's disgusting. While clean caramel-colored motor oil keeps your engine running smoothly, this tar-like substance, also called Black Death, will be a good way of getting to know your local tow truck driver. The main function is to lubricate and transfer heat away from the moving parts of the engine and reduce wear and tear. It also acts as a protective film that prevents corrosion. Modern lubricants have additives that act like a detergent, suspending contaminants which are trapped in the oil filter. When you do decide to change your oil, 3 choices come to mind. Each obviously has its advantages and disadvantages. Mineral oils are just refined petroleum and provide basic protection for most engines. Synthetic oil is artificially prepared oil and works better at lower temperatures as well as lasting longer. Of course, it's also more expensive. Semi-synthetic oil is a mixture of mineral and synthetic oil. While not as efficient, it has some advantages of synthetic while being cheaper. Moreover, it still offers good protection during those crucial few moments when you first crank up the engine. These oils are graded and will have numbers like 15W40 or 5W40. The first number is its viscosity at low temperatures, while the second number is when the engine is running normally. The smaller the number, the more dilute it is. So 5W40 is suitable for use in cold weather, but most cars in Malaysia will be able to use 15W40 as our daily temperature never gets below 25 degrees. How often you change your oil depends on the age of your car, your driving conditions, and your personal choice of mineral, semi or fully synthetic motor oil. So choose wisely. Check your maintenance schedule outlined in your car manual. That should give you a good starting point. At the end of the day, there's no point using the best motor oil if it has turned into sludge. So make sure that you not only use the right oil for your car, but also replace it often enough. After the break, we review the classic Ford Model A.